and welcome back. This tutorial we're actually going to be getting into a very popular move which is called the Plum flower. Now a lot of people call this move the Plum flower. This is wrong. This is the Obi-Ani flourish. The Plum flower is actually a continuation of this move, which looks like that. Okay. And the reason I'm showing this move here is because you will needed to practice the alternating figure eights that I showed you in the last video. The only difference here is instead of going from a downward figure eight to an upward figure eight, we're going from an Obi-Ani flourish to an upward figure eight. Okay. Again, if you've learned the alternating figure eights, it's very simple. Again, you will need to learn the Obi-Ani flourish, which is that. And for this, the way to do this, the whole thing, is as I come to the front with the Obi-Ani flourish, again, I'm going to bring the saber vertical. I'm going to go into an upward figure eight on this side. Now to finish this move, as I come into the back side of the upward figure eight, I'm going to bring my arm up and over. So again, up to where the saber's pointing downwards, and just bring it over. What that looks like all together is that. As I bring that saber over, I'm going right back into the Obi-Ani flourish. Which looks like that. Again, practice very slowly. Make sure to bring the staff, I'm used to doing it with the staff, I'm sorry. Make sure you bring the saber vertical and into the upward figure eight on this side. When you're ready to complete the move, you bring your arm over as you're coming to the back on this side, above your head, to where the saber's pointing downwards, and then over back into the Obi-Ani flourish. Okay. I guess I'll show you what it looks like from the back as well, just so you get a different vantage point. So, Obi-Ani, vertical, upward figure eight, and then over the top, back into the Obi-Ani. You do have to turn your body a good amount for this. And when you're first learning this, do not try to do this fast, otherwise as you come into that upward figure eight, you can really hurt yourself by hitting yourself there as you come into that backward section, okay? So practice it very slowly. get your coordination, and then you can start adding your speed. Okay. Again, practice on both hands as well. Once you've got it done on one hand, practice on the other hand. There's some fireworks going off, so I apologize for that. Okay, from the back. Just like that. And that is called the plum flower flourish. Again, it is not to be confused with the Obi-Ani flourish. Okay, this is just, there's probably a different name for it, but a lot of people just know this as the Obi-Ani flourish. Whereas the plum flower is the full move, like that. Okay, so very flashy move to know. Again, it requires the use of the alternating figure eight motion. I mean, it's not actually an alternating figure eight like that, because instead of doing just a downward figure eight, you're doing the Obi-Ani flourish first. But it's the same concept, where as you come in front, you're bringing the saber vertical before transitioning into the upward. And then the plum flower, there's just that little up and over move on the other side. Okay. Again, very good, useful, I wouldn't say useful, but a very flashy move to know. Just practice it slow. Try to get it as fluid as possible. And again, practice slow so you don't whack yourself coming around in the upward, because it can hurt. So, plum flower flourish, practice that one. I'll see you in the next one.